Welcome to Headphone News, Montreal edition for Tuesday, December 3, 2024.
Lion Electric announces layoffs amid financial challenges. Lion Electric, a company that produces electric buses and trucks in Quebec, Canada, has announced 400 temporary layoffs, reducing its workforce by more than half. Earlier this year, they also laid off 520 workers. The company is currently facing a significant debt of $293 million USD. To assist, the Quebec government has provided $177 million CAD, which is about $132 million USD, in support. Additionally, the federal government has given $30 million USD of a promised $50 million USD. To address these financial challenges, Lion Electric has extended its loan repayment deadlines to December 16, 2024. They are actively looking for solutions to maintain stability in their operations. These layoffs raise important questions about the future of electric vehicle production in Quebec, a region recognized for its commitment to eco-friendly technology. This situation highlights the challenges faced by companies in the electric vehicle sector, particularly regarding market demand and financial sustainability.
Montreal dismantles homeless encampments amid protests. Montreal police, along with Transport Quebec, took action on December 2, 2024, to remove homeless encampments on Notre Dame Street East. This followed a second eviction notice after the first one was issued on November 21. The eviction was delayed until December 1 to allow for the opening of warming spaces for those in need. In November, there were about 1,800 emergency shelter spaces available in Montreal, which was expected to rise to around 2,000 by December 1. On the scene, around 50 police officers were present, along with social workers from the Integrated Health and Social Services Center of the East Island of Montreal. Community advocates protested the removal, expressing concerns about the lack of adequate support for the homeless population. The eviction was justified by reasons such as fire hazards and unsanitary conditions. This situation highlights the ongoing challenges of homelessness in Montreal, a major city in Canada, and raises important questions about how effectively local authorities are responding to this pressing issue.
Montreal teen arrested for dangerous driving. A 17-year-old male was caught in Montreal, Quebec, after fleeing from police during a dangerous driving incident. It all started in the early morning when officers attempted to stop the vehicle for reckless driving. During the chase, one officer suffered minor injuries. The teenager finally came to a stop on Langelier Boulevard but ran away on foot before being apprehended shortly after. This event raises serious concerns about young people's driving behavior and community safety. Local programs and police efforts are working to address unsafe driving and improve safety on the roads. The Montreal police are continuing their investigation into the incident.
Protests against Santé Quebec in Montreal. The creation of Santé Quebec, a new agency responsible for coordinating the health network in Quebec, has led to protests from major union groups. The Alliance of Professional and Technical Health and Social Services Personnel, known as APTS, is organizing a demonstration in Montreal on Monday morning. They are concerned that the government is overlooking the needs of healthcare workers. This agency employs around 330,000 workers and has just begun its operations. Unions argue that Santé Quebec will not improve public health care, especially with ongoing budget cuts and hiring freezes. These protests reflect a wider discontent with healthcare reforms in Quebec, emphasizing the need for the government to engage with workers and address their concerns. The outcomes of these protests could result in significant changes to healthcare delivery and worker morale in the province.
Weather update for Montreal. Montreal, Canada, is getting ready for light snow this week as temperatures drop. There's a good chance of flurries tonight, and it will feel like -8 degrees Celsius because of the wind. On Tuesday morning, expect a 40% chance of flurries with a high of -1 degree Celsius. Temperatures will rise to 3 degrees Celsius on Thursday, possibly bringing snow or rain. Friday will see a high of -5 degrees Celsius, with a mix of sun and clouds. Locals should prepare for cold weather, which can affect driving and daily activities. In the past, Montreal has had cold winters with significant snowfall, impacting local businesses and public transit. Staying updated on the weather is essential for safety and planning.
Canada's response to Trump's tariff threats. Canada is responding to threats from U.S. President-elect Donald Trump, who may impose tariffs on Canadian imports unless Canada enhances its border security. Recently, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau traveled to Florida to discuss this matter with Trump. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre is advocating for a thorough border security plan that would include more patrols and advanced technology to tackle illegal drug trafficking. Public Safety Minister Dominic LeBlanc mentioned ongoing discussions to increase resources for the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, or RCMP, as well as the Canada Border Services Agency, known as CBSA. The National Police Federation is requesting 300 million Canadian dollars, which is about 220 million United States dollars, over 4 years to hire an additional 1,000 RCMP officers. The CBSA has also indicated a need for 3,000 more officers to meet operational demands. Recent statistics reveal that over 19,000 individuals were apprehended at the U.S.-Canada border last year, with nearly 200,000 encounters recorded by U.S. Customs and Border Protection. These developments could significantly impact trade relations between the U.S. and Canada, affecting businesses and consumers on both sides of the border.
Concerns about social skills in Canadian youth post-pandemic. A recent survey by Scouts Canada has raised serious worries about the social skills of young people in Canada, aged 10 to 21. The survey, which included 1,000 random Canadians, found that about one-third believe today's kids will struggle to find jobs and succeed as adults. Nearly three-quarters of respondents feel that parents from Generation X, Millennials, and Generation Z have been too lenient, which may have contributed to these issues. Over 91% of participants think children are lacking essential interpersonal skills and basic manners. The COVID-19 pandemic has worsened these concerns, with almost 95% of Canadians agreeing that growing up during this time has put youth at a disadvantage. These findings highlight the urgent need for more social interaction and problem-solving opportunities for children. Scouts Canada stresses the importance of guidance and support to help young people build confidence and adaptability. Tackling these challenges is vital for the future workforce and the overall health of society.
Increase in delivery scams amid Canada post-strike. Canadians are experiencing a significant rise in delivery scams as scammers exploit the ongoing Canada post-strike that began on November 15, 2024. This disruption in mail and package deliveries is causing confusion for shoppers during the busy holiday season. Reports indicate a notable increase in scam attempts, including deceptive emails and deepfake phone calls. Octavia Howell, the head of information security at Equifax Canada, warns that scams typically spike during the holidays. Canada Post is urging consumers to be cautious of unsolicited messages about their deliveries. The strike and these scams highlight the importance of staying alert. As Canada Post works to provide accurate delivery information to the public, this situation serves as a reminder to be vigilant during the festive season. Scams can lead to financial losses and erode trust in postal services. Right now, the Canadian dollar, CAD, is valued at about 74 United States cents, meaning that 10,000 Canadian dollars is roughly 7,400 US dollars.
Montreal Metro service extended for New Year's Eve. Montreal, in the province of Quebec, Canada, will extend its metro service on New Year's Eve to help celebrate the arrival of 2025. The Société de Transport de Montréal, known as STM, has announced that the green, orange, and yellow metro lines will run later than usual. The last Green Line train will leave Angrignon at 2:42 a.m. and arrive at Honoré-Beaugrand at 3:17 a.m. The final orange train will depart from Côte-Vertu at 2:37 a.m., reaching Montmorency at 3:22 a.m. Meanwhile, the last yellow train will leave Linguère Université de Sherbrooke at 2:50 a.m., arriving at Barrie UQAM at 3 a.m. This extended service aims to provide safe transportation for partygoers celebrating New Year's Eve. Past experiences have shown that increased metro service during holidays helps reduce impaired driving and supports local businesses. The STM's adjustments reflect a strong commitment to community safety and involvement during festive occasions.
Quebec Premier's approval rating drops. A recent poll shows that Quebec Premier François Legault's approval rating has significantly fallen, now trailing behind Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Conducted by Palace Data for 338 Canada and L'Actualité magazine, the poll indicates that Legault's approval rating is around 30%. Many people in Quebec feel he should resign before the next provincial election in 2026. The survey reveals that only 20% of respondents are satisfied with his performance. If elections were held today, the governing coalition Avenir Québec, or CAQ, could lose more than 10 seats in the provincial legislature, a steep drop from the 90 seats they won out of 125 in the 2022 elections. This decline in support may be linked to various management issues and growing public discontent. The results of this poll could lead to changes in political strategies and potential shifts in leadership within the CAQ, impacting governance and public services in Quebec.
Homicide investigation in Val-des-Monts, Quebec. A tragic event took place in Val-des-Monts, Quebec, Canada, where police found a woman dead and a man seriously injured during a wellness check. This check occurred at a private home around 1:30 p.m. on a Sunday afternoon. Local police initiated the check, which led to the discovery of the victims. The woman was declared dead at the scene, while the man was taken to a hospital in very serious condition. Provincial police have since taken over the investigation and are looking for one or more suspects. Val-des-Monts is about 25 kilometers north of Gatineau, a city in the Outaouais region of Quebec. This incident raises concerns about community safety in smaller towns, where crime can significantly affect residents. Ongoing updates will be important as the investigation continues.
Ville-Marie Expressway closures in Montreal. The Ville-Marie Expressway in Montreal, Quebec, will partially close to traffic starting December 4, 2024, for repairs on the Saint-Urbain Street overpass. The closures will impact traffic in both directions, with lane closures beginning at 10 p.m. on December 3 and lasting until spring of next year. One lane will close heading west between Panet Street and Saint-Urbain Street, and another lane will close heading east between the Victoria Bridge exit and Saint Laurent Boulevard. However, 2 lanes will remain open in both directions. These changes may cause more traffic jams and could affect local shops due to limited access. Drivers are advised to check local traffic updates for alternative routes and stay informed about the situation. The Transport Ministry of Quebec is overseeing these repairs to ensure public safety and keep traffic moving smoothly. That is all the news for today. Thank you for listening to today's Headphone News. News summary brought to you by AI.